Like all the best movies, our next story features great landscapes, heroic action and a happy ending. Roll titles.
The ferry serves these two small communities on either side, Glenelg on the mainland and Kylerhea on the Isle of Skye. Residents in Glenelg have used the ferry historically, the MV merchant vessel Glenelg, to get to vital services on the other side on the island of Skye, cutting out an 80-mile round trip to the local hospital, for instance, post offices, supermarkets. When the Skye Bridge was built, the ferry's owner put the boat up for sale because people could, if they wanted, get to Skye for nothing. And he felt that probably made his business non-viable. It was felt very strongly that we needed to do something to save the ferry. But the community in Glenelg and Kylerhea, eventually we got a lottery grant and some funding from the Highland Council to buy the vessel. There was great concern, for sure, about taking on, an elderly vessel, and could a local company run by local people who didn't have expertise in running this kind of service before, would they be able to make it work? We had to make the service attractive, not just to local people, which it already was, of course, but to tourists. We marketed the vessel and the crossing, the turntable mechanism, as a kind of unique experience. We've managed to grow the business. About 35,000 passengers every year, which is a huge amount of people coming to this tiny little corner of the West Highlands. And she's the very last of her kind in existence. And she is 50 years old this year. In the winter of 2012, the ferry provided a lifeline for another small community on the west coast here when their community was cut off.
It's called the Skye Ferry bypass. On the North Road, there's quite high cliffs. One of the cliffs just came down. They were saying at the time that 100 ton of rock fell onto the road, and they certainly took a long time clearing it. It's a 250-mile detour for anybody that's travelling on the North Road. They asked us, could we do the ferry? And we said, yeah, no bother, we can do it. So we went over there and started working. We were busy. We were constantly, from 7 in the morning we started, till 8 o'clock at night, just ferrying back and forth the whole time. We were there from January the 17th till I think it was the middle of May. Just had me to start off with. Now we have 6 skippers altogether. And it's good to get the young folk in, definitely. Issy just started coming down when she was quite young, and rain, sleet and snow, she was there every day helping out. When she was off school, she'd be down the ferry. On holidays, every day nearly, she was on the ferry just helping out.
It's something I've been wanting to do for, since I was 10. A few months ago I passed my exam to become one of the skippers on board. It was just a dream come true. These are some of the strongest currents in Britain, so it can be quite tricky at times when you add in wind factors, but it's great fun, it's always worth it. But it is a unique ferry to the area, and it's one of the oldest crossings to Skye. It's amazing she's still going.
I think she's well worth a good celebration. Happy 50th birthday to the Glenelg Ferry. May she have another 50 years in her. Cheers. Happy birthday. Cheers. Happy birthday. Hip hip. Hooray! Glenelg Ferry.